Hi everyone, it's Ms. Lopez. In this video, I'm going to talk about FRQs in AP Biology. So what are FRQs? As part of the curriculum of AP Biology, free response questions, or FRQs, are open-ended questions to assess students' understanding of the material. Students are given background information and then several parts to answer that focus on specific task verbs. Many times students will call these essay questions, but they are not essay questions. They are just open-ended questions. So we will have FRQs in our class to prepare for the AP exam at the end of the year. As grades, FRQs in home access will be treated as test grades, meaning that they will be worth 100 points. The 100 points will come from the following pieces. 30% will come from your answer to the FRQ prompt itself. There is one FRQ per 9 weeks marking period. 35% of the grade will come from an FRQ grading activity, where you will assess how other students did on the FRQ prompt using a provided rubric. The last 35% will come from FRQ reflections, where you will write up a reflective summary on how you did on the FRQ using a provided rubric. In this folder, there are 2 helpful pages that you are going to get a copy of in your notebook on the first day of school. The first is the task verbs that are commonly used in the free response questions. In other words, what the question is asking you to do. The other page is a breakdown of what the FRQ skills themselves are. In other words, what you're going to be asked. On the AP exam, there are 6 free response questions. 2 long questions and 4 short questions. You will always be told in our class which type of FRQ you have coming up. So FRQ 1 and 2 are both long questions, and they take about 25 minutes to answer for each of them. Question 1 will focus on the lab design process. Question 2 will also contain some information about lab design, but uniquely to question 2, they're going to ask you to do statistical analysis, which we will learn about in class. 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all questions that are short, and they should take about 10 minutes each. They are broken down into different topics. For example, question 3 is going to also focus on the lab design aspect, whereas question 4 is going to have more of a predicting cause and effect feel to it. Question 5 is unique in that they were going to ask you to draw something, and then question 6 is going to focus on analyzing data. Knowing which type of question is coming up and which questions are your strengths and weaknesses is a great time saver tip for the AP exam at the end of the year. Some notes about key verbs that are used. There is a list provided in the folder for you, but there are a few that are used more often than not. The first is the word identify. If you are asked to identify something, it's going to be a short and simple answer. Probably 1 sentence, and just provide what it is they're asking you to identify. You don't get bonus points for doing something beyond what you are asked to do. Describe questions are going to ask you for a little bit more information, probably a definition, and this will usually be 1 to 2 sentences. Explain questions are the ones that students typically have difficult with. You have to give more information about why something happens. 3 to 4 sentences is typical for an explain question. Construct is usually reserved for question number 2, where you are asked to construct a graph. Now, some other representation may be asked for, but it's usually referring to a graph. And we have more information about how to earn some easy points on constructing graphs in another module. Make sure you look over the rest of those terms. They are very, very helpful so that you know exactly what skills you are going to be asked to do. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.